Alright, in case anybody else is having the same issues. This is a Woods M5 Dixie Cutter brush hog. Basically the top link PTO shaft there is unhooked. Use the old Bobcat to lift it up. Chained it up. And then for the last 3 days I've been fighting with this. Tried various different things. But this finally got it. It's about to pop loose. Basically I have a piece of 4-inch-ish steel tubing, log chain, wrapped up and over several times and through it. In case you're wondering, that's a 12-ton Harbor Freight bottle jack. And actually I think that's one of the 3/8 by 14-foot Harbor Freight chains, which I thought was probably going to break during this, but it didn't. And what I did was crank that jack up till basically couldn't crank it anymore, put a lot of pressure on it, and then I put a lot of heat on this top part here on both sides until it was about red hot. And I basically smacked the crap out of it on both sides with a hammer, trying to send some trying to break the rust loose on the inside. Kept doing that, kept putting heat, kept pumping the jack as much as I could in between. Finally it heard a pop, started working itself loose. And figured I'd film the last couple inches here. Maybe. Really? It's gonna stop on the last of it, huh? Let's get out the persuader here. Alright, I'm gonna put the phone down for a minute. Figure out why it's seized back up again. Alright, I'm back. The reason why it stopped moving was, I'll show you after I get the jack out, but get some light in here. Top of this jack has it's the piston hydraulic cylinder on the jack. Top of it is the threaded steel insert that you can screw out. What it was is top of this piston bottomed out on this hole, it wouldn't go through. So I lowered the jack down, screwed this out about as far as it would go. So now I've got another 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch before it hits the top of that piston again. I think that's enough to get this off, so let's continue. Hopefully this will hit the floor spectacularly. Come on. You can do it. I don't know about you, but that bar tapping on that's annoying me. Oh yeah. full string. Oh, piston's hitting again. Crap. Alright, let's see if I can tap it the rest of the way off. Sorry about everybody's ears there. Alright, I'm gonna have to lower the jack and put a impact socket on top of there or something. I'll be back. And we're back. Well, the idea of this video was I was going to show you the grand finale of this thing coming loose, but said you get to see all the endless problems that I had to deal with getting this off. So, alright, got an impact socket in there now. Yeah, it's not really centered, is it? Close enough. I don't care. Anyway, impact socket up in there. And crank on this a little bit more. I think it's probably hitting there. Yep, it went off center. Way off center. I'll be back. Hold on. Of course, as soon as I paused the video, I was trying to recenter that jack and did one more crank to tighten it down. The whole thing came off, so sorry you missed the finale, but anyway, it's off. So for anybody that's fighting with one of these Woods brush hogs, trying to get that bar off this shaft here so you can get in and replace your bearings, which my bearings are shot. They're falling out. I think there's one there. Yep. These little roller bearings. Yeah, it's not going to focus. Alright. Yeah. Anyway. Basically, there's a bolt, and that bar is on here, and there is a bolt that goes in the bottom that presses it back on. And after these things have been on there for a long time, it seizes on there pretty good. And I've seen other people actually weld brackets to the bottom of that, put a bottle jack inside of it. I didn't want to, I probably could have saved myself a couple days and just did that to begin with, but I didn't want to weld brackets on, so I tried the chain. Ran through that piece of 4-inch tubing. Anyway, you saw that. If you want to see some of my other failures that I tried, it didn't work. Piece of unistrut. This long eye bolt. It's got the same thread as that hole. What I basically did is threaded this, screwed this through and threaded that bolt up into here. And tried the same thing with the chain, wrapping the chain around it. And basically put a bar through this hole to hold it. And then I cranked this nut down, which pulled this bar down, which then pulled on the chains that were wrapped around like that. The idea was I could back it off with that nut. Instead, all it did was crush the unistrut. It wasn't enough. Wasn't strong enough. Other failures, pullers. Wasn't any place to get a grip on that. What's some of my other failures? Yeah. Oh yeah, I tried clamping one of these, which is a big thick steel, basically on the bottom below that bar. I threaded the original bolt back up in there, and then I used C-clamps, clamped this to the bottom of the bar, and then I tried backing that bolt out against this plate, and it was just seized up too bad. It was actually, believe it or not, it was warping this, is it quarter-inch steel bar. Yeah, this thing was a pain. So in the end, 12-ton bottle jack, log chain, a lot of heat in WD-40, and penetrating oil, and more heat, and it broke loose. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. This is my first semi-legit video, so be kind, and I'll talk to you later.